welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello, my name's Amanda, and we have all kinds of fun here doing all kinds of, random things. So today I wanted to give you guys an update on my garden. My last video, I think it's my last video, I'm not sure when these come out, right? My last video, I talked about all of the things that I had bought for my garden. I did like a seed haul and some things I got from the Dollar Tree, and I got a few more things from the Dollar Tree, and we went to a lawn and garden show this week, which was so much fun. We call it our adventure crew. It's Jacob's brother and his mom and his brother's family, and we like to travel together. And so during the pandemic, we have not been able to go anywhere. So it was really nice to be able to go to this event, and yeah, it was really great. So anyway, I got a few things, and I want to show you what I got. Also, a disclaimer, just in case you didn't watch my last video, I'm not an expert. Like I'm a very much of a beginner, and so this is not a how-to video. This is just this is a how to help Amanda video, right? Because if you see something that you're like, you were doing that wrong, you need to fix that or you're going to fail, tell me, give me some constructive criticism, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying. We, like I said in my last video, we did a garden last year, and we've done a little bit of gardening, bucket gardening and different things for a few years, but last year was the first year we really kind of got into more varieties, and I've just fell in love with gardening. And so this year I'm trying my best to start a lot of things from seed, which I didn't do last year. Last year, I bought plants. And this year, I'm trying to start things from seed. We'll see how it goes. So far, so good. And I want to show you how everything is going and a few things I picked up at the Dollar Tree. First, I will say I'm sitting in my giant bay window. I love having this window, and it is a south-facing window, so it makes it really great to start all of my plants. I did order a LED. I'll show you. Can you see it right here? Light, and I wish I had more or bigger ones. I wasn't sure what to get. I didn't want to invest a lot of money in something that I wasn't going to be able to use, or I wasn't going to be able to figure out, or I was going to use wrong. So this is like the first thing that I've purchased as far as lighting, and it has really helped and done really great. So I'm excited about that. And anyway, yeah, so if you have a specific light or anything that you like, leave me a comment below. While I like these, I'll show you some kind of issues with them, and so you can help a girl out, okay? First, I'll just show you my little box down here. This is just some things that I got. Most of these things came from the Dollar Tree, and I'll show you what I got recently that I absolutely love. Okay, it's on the bottom. Okay, well, one of the things I went to get was I had bought these at the Dollar Tree several months ago, maybe last year, I think, and I wanted to get some more. They did not have any, so I ended up buying were these aluminum foil pans to set plants on. I bought, these are a 2-pack of pans, and then this one is these are a 1-pack, but they have the domes on them, so you can kind of put like the humidity domes like that. So I got those to help with some things. These are just some things that came with my seed trays that I've had. Again, these came from the Dollar Tree. I think that the little ones were like a pack of 6 and the bigger ones were a pack of 2 or 3, but they didn't have those. I bought them last year, so there's that. I do have these markers, because these markers that came from the Dollar Tree, they actually worked really well writing on the little sticks and things, so that was nice. I bought these. These are really great little nursery pots. I have used a couple packages, I think, already of those. I bought these. These were so nice, guys. I thought these were such a nice quality. They look so pretty. They're very, a lot more high-end looking than what you would think from the Dollar Tree. I bought 2 packages of these to kind of help. I thought these would be cute to like mark different plants and different things. 2 packages of those. That is my receipt. They just put everything in the, and guys, look at these. I don't know if you can see just how big they are. They're giant. Look at these. These came from the Dollar Tree. Can you believe that? The Dollar Tree. What? What? Okay, I have a specific use for one of these. I cannot wait to show you what I bought at the garden center. And I have just been keeping everything. It's not real greatly organized, but I have just been keeping these things in this tote, this box that is just sitting by my window sill. I also down here have, it's again not very organized. At the end of the season when I'm done planting seeds, I need to figure out a system for all my seeds. But I've just got a couple bowls of different seed packets and different things. And then this I got from the Dollar Tree. And this is mostly filled with seeds that I used last year, and a Nerf dart because, you know, boy mom. But this is mostly seeds that I used last year. I also purchased this from Walmart. I wish I had the packaging on it, but it had 3 different types of plants. It had potatoes, which there's only 3 in there, or 4 I guess, because it had potatoes, garlic, onions. Obviously I haven't planted these. And it also had strawberry slips, which I will show you in just a minute. It came, I want to say it said it came with like 50 plants or something. I don't know. I think that it came with about 10 strawberry slips, but only 5 of them looked like they were alive. Or sorry, they weren't slips. I keep thinking sweet potato slips. I don't know why, because these are just regular potatoes. But bare root strawberries, sorry. But they came with about 10 bare root strawberry plants, and I don't know, like they looked really, really rough, really bad. And so 5 of them I kept, and 5 of them just looked completely dried out, all scrunched up, and had no green on it whatsoever. And I just didn't think that they would make it, and I did not plant those. So maybe I am wrong, but I'll show you how the others are doing. Again, this is my bay window. I'll give you kind of an overview. I bought this tablecloth at Walmart just to keep kind of the dirt and water off. My bay window does have wood on it, and I just want to keep all of that kind of a little bit clean. You'll see some cords and different things, and I'll explain what all of those are. These are my grow lights, and then again, we just have everything laid out here, and I need to do some rearranging today because I'm going to have to add a few more things. All right, we'll start in the corner with this little guy. Oh, he's got a broken leaf. I need to trim that off. This guy I bought at Walmart for just a couple dollars last year, I think, and it really didn't do anything for like a year. And then this year, it's not spring yet, but the last couple months, it has really taken off and kind of overgrown its little container there. There is no drain holes or anything in this, which is not ideal, but I just don't give it very much water. I just give it just a little bit. But anyway, he is doing really well. It looks like he got a bent leaf there, but that was the only thing that I can see that's been an issue with him here is, like, you can see his little leaf over there, like he grows and then he starts like growing against the wall and different things. And so yeah, he's just gotten a much bigger in the last few months, so trying to deal with all of that. Also down here, I didn't show you, but right in front of it, I do have some, this is the potting soil, or sorry, the seed starting mix that I have. These were, I think, $5 a bag. I do have, we bought some Venus flytraps for it, so I'll show you in a minute, and I bought some specific soil for them. Okay, so these are some peace lilies. I have 2 of these, and the other one is on the other end, and it's much bigger, but I have had these plants for like 11 years now. I got them when my mom passed away, and they were, like a gift. And so they're just not, I moved them over here. They're normally not in the window. They're normally like kind of by our TV, and they've just not been doing the best. So I just want to give them a little bit of extra love. They really need repotted. They have not been repotted for a couple years. So that potting soil is probably getting kind of kind of not the best. So I need to repot them. My idea was to repot them this spring. This is our first tray. Now the first thing I want to say is that I have 2 of the arms. I do have these off. They are bright, but they have the red, white, and blue LED lights. I'm going to move these out of the way. Also, this thing came with a clip, so it didn't have its own stand. So I just got a spare piece of lumber. What's so fancy around here? To clip that on, so it wouldn't, you know, fall down. So let's move these out of the way. I do like that they can just move out of the way. So this this tray is sitting on a heat mat, and so therefore it is out of water this morning. So I haven't filled up anybody's water this morning just because I didn't want everything sitting in water and kind of a glare or whatever when I filmed. But I do fill up these about every day. Like some days there may not need to, but especially the ones with the heat mat, they really use the water more. So I usually fill it up just to the tops of these, and then everything seems to absorb the water really, really well. Okay, so we'll start with the asparagus because it's labeled. This is one of the things I talked about in my last video that I was like, I don't even know if it'll grow here. I have seen some reviews on that it can grow here. I may need to bring it in, like, I don't know, like in a pot. I may try to grow it in a container. I also have heard that it takes like a couple years to really grow. I've never grown asparagus, and so we're very new to this. I will say, oh my gosh, guys, one of the things I love about it is almost all plants, like, okay, you can kind of see these are getting a little, like, I need to do something with them, but most all plants come up and they have these 2 little sprout leaves, right? Like, that's almost all, everything does that, right? The asparagus did it. They, like, come up looking like tiny little asparaguses. They're the cutest thing. Okay, so moving on. These are one of my favorite things. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't tell you how excited I am. We have one more that I'm going to show you that is on another tray because it kind of got too big for the growth tray. So kind of how we have it set up is this one over here is, I knocked the lid off, but but anyway, it is on a heat mat with a humidity dome. So it's like a phasing out process, right? Heat mat, humidity dome, lights, everything. So then it goes to when they're getting a little bit big where they need to take off the humidity dome, the heat mat, lights, no humidity dome. And then they will go down there where they do not have the heat mat or the lights. I do wish they still had the lights, but we just don't have any. So that's kind of my phasing out process. Let me know if you think that's a good idea. So far it seems to be working, but I don't know. I don't want everything to die. So anyway, so that is my asparagus plant. So these are, okay, these are so fun, guys. Let me move my little plant, my house plant there. Okay, so these are my loofah gourds. I grew loofahs for the first time last year. I had looked for them forever and I couldn't find any seeds or anything. And so finally I found one plant at our local farmer's market. That's all they had was one plant. And I babied this little plant and it had about, I don't know, 6 or 7 loofahs on it. I think I did really well for my first plant, and it didn't have, like, it only had to pollinate with itself. It didn't have another plant. And anyway, I saved the seeds and I didn't know if it would germinate. I've never saved seeds before. So I didn't know if I was collecting them correctly, storing them correctly, all of the things. But guys, I'm here to tell you that almost every one of these has germinated. Okay, so I planted 2 in each pot, and I've got a couple more, I think, in that one. We'll see. So these 2 have both germinated. Those 2 both germinated. Those 2 both germinated. This one only had 1. That's okay. And this one had 1. Again, guys, I think that's a pretty good success rate for my first time not knowing anything. And I hear loofahs are kind of hard to germinate. So that makes me very, very happy. So I have started my pepper plants. They are getting a little bit leggy, so I'm going to have to figure out some light to get them a little bit closer to them. They're not terrible, but these are banana peppers, and these are peppercini peppers, which are very similar. But anyway, they are all doing really well. I think I planted, I think 2 or 3 plants in each cell. I am going to trim them back to, I need to do that probably pretty quickly, to like 2 plants per cell. I don't want them any more crowded than that. And then these are my bare root strawberries that I got in that package from Walmart, and this thing, which I do think the basket is adorable. And they are doing so well. Okay, so when I planted them, it's been a little over a week, or maybe yeah, I guess about a week. Probably. It's Sunday today. Yeah, probably like right out of a week. I think last Saturday. Okay, so they looked like this or worse. Or worse. Some of them had like, this actually is green. Most of these were not green. The stems weren't green. They were kind of brown. But some of them did have like one little tiny like leaf at the end. Not like this, but just a little tiny something. Like almost like that, maybe a little more. Anyway, this one is not doing the greatest. But all of the others, guys, they all have new growth. Like, look at those leaves. This one had one little tiny leaf at the end, and it is doing, I mean, and okay, this is kind of what it looked like, right? Okay, so this is kind of what it looked like. It was kind of shriveled up like that, and then this was just a little bit more green, not much. But anyway, this one has died out, but look. Yeah, I think that as you see that while the tray is dry, you can tell that I've kept it watered because everything is pretty moist. So yes, this is just, I'm really happy with how these are doing. I've never grown strawberries before. Like I said in my last video, I've grown a whole lot of things. We did grow some peppers and things last year, and it may almost be a little bit too early for my peppers. I still have plenty of seeds, but again, I am very much new, and I just kind of wanted to start and see how things went. I could always replant more seeds, but I'm moving my box up so I can scoot up and show you the next kind of section. But I just didn't know, like, I just didn't know if it would work out, or if it would take a little bit longer to germinate. And so yeah, I'm just learning. We are in zone 6, so any answers will be relevant to that. But yeah, so let's move on. Next one we're going to talk about is this little guy here. We're going to move again his lights out of the way. He does have lights. This one has had lights too. This one does not have a heat mat, and I'll talk about that one in a minute. I got a humidity dome over here that needs to be put away. We're not using anymore. So let's take off the lid and see what's happening here. Okay, so we got a lot of things kind of happening in this thing here, right? So this one is probably going to come out of the humidity dome because it is, but I was just waiting for a few more seeds to germinate since they're kind of a 3-pack. But this is poblano peppers. This is some of these Anaheims. These are cayennes, and these are jalapenos, and these are Ozark Giant sweet peppers. And then I'll talk about those little pots in a minute. And so, yeah, they're doing really well. They're not getting too leggy. This one's a little tall over here, but they're pretty good. I've had really good germination on all of my seeds. All these seeds came from Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company. I've had really good germination on everything. I'm really happy with how these look. A lot of these have not been planted very long, guys, and they're doing really well. But these, I think, let me know in the comments below, but I think once they get kind of big like this, I think you're supposed to take the humidity dome off. I don't know that for sure. Leave me a comment and let me know for sure, like, because I don't want to mess them up now. Okay, so let's talk about these little guys. These little guys, this is the only loofah gourd that I planted that has not sprouted. Now, every single day, including yesterday, I will also say these things grow like crazy. Like, they will go from no sprouts to about half that size in 24 hours. They're super crazy growing, right? So this did not germinate yet. It may still. We still have some days left that I'm not discounting it yet. These I'm more concerned about. These are my birdhouse gourds. Okay, so I bought these from Baker Creek Seed Company. And they said, I don't have the package because I sent the rest of them. I kept out a few more. And then I sent a lot of them to a friend of mine in Michigan. As she was having a hard time finding loofah gourds last year, and so I sent her a bunch of the loofah gourd seeds, and then just for fun, I sent her some birdhouse gourd seeds too. So I got the birdhouse gourds from seeds from Baker Creek Heirloom, and I planted 4 pots. I'll show you the other pot in a minute, but I planted 4 pots with 2 seeds in them each. These 3 pots did not and have not germinated, and I don't think they're going to, just because if you look at the other plant in a minute that I'm going to show you, it's yeah. Now when I looked, the package said that they were overpacked because they only have a 60% germination rate. Okay, so why I think that these are not probably going to germinate is, let me grab the other plant. This, oh my guys, are you ready? Are you ready for this? This is what the other one looks like. It's huge. I had to, one of the things I had read is that they're kind of susceptible to transplant shock, which is why I put them in these biodegradable containers instead of these, like, you know, reusable plastic ones. Is because I have like something flying right here. Okay, so it's because I thought that I wanted, you know, transplanting them, I wanted to give them the best chance possible, right? But literally within 2 days, like they look like this, and they had a little tiny thing, and then they were like the size of those over there, and then they were giant, and I had to repot them quickly because I'm like, oh, these are crazy. So they've seemed to have slowed down a little bit, and they're doing really well in this pot. You can see, if you look really closely, you can see their original pot. I just put the whole thing in there, and I thought, well, it'll just, again, trying to not shock it too much. But they're doing obviously fantastic, but out of the 8 seeds, I had 2 germinate. So I still have some more seeds, so we can still try again. It's no big deal, but gourds take a long time to grow, so I definitely wanted to start them early. And even, honestly guys, even if I only get these 2 plants, I'll be happy. That will be probably more than enough birdhouse gourds, as if they produce anything for my little entertainment. so that is what that tray is looking like. It's looking real good, real happy with pretty much everything. While we're right here, I'll talk about this little guy. This little guy, I had seen this at on another YouTube video, and I was like, that's really neat. I need to cut off the tag. But anyway, they had ordered theirs online. Well, I ended up finding this for $5 at Dollar General. And it doesn't have very much water in it, so I don't know how well it'll work. But you just pump it up, and then it just sprays. Like, yeah, again, it doesn't have a lot of water in it, so it's not working well. But yeah, these are great. This is great for seedlings. Much better than a squirt water bottle. This tray I just planted, and again, we normally get a lot of light through this. You can't see it's very cloudy today, and it's early. I mean, it's not that early in the morning. It's a Sunday morning, and it's like 8 o'clock, 8:18. So it's not real like what the sun normally isn't real bright here yet, but we do get a lot of sunlight, so I think that these are going to be okay. These I would like to have these on a heat mat, but these are snapdragons, so these are just flowers, and I just planted them the other day, and so they have not germinated. I do think that I may end up switching, because like I said earlier in the video, I've got to do some rearranging of some things today. So I do think that I'm going to be taking some of these out of their warm little home and moving them down to you know, their stage of life, where they get down there, and then putting these on the heat mat, because right now the only thing they're getting is like one light bar, and of course the sun. And so I would like to have some snapdragon, but these are just some flowers. We grew snapdragons last year, but I bought them as plants, and they were so pretty in the front of the yard that I thought, well, if I could grow them from seed, it'd be a lot cheaper. All right, moving on down. Okay, right here in the floor, I do have a bag of potting mix and some, I left my lid off, but some distilled water. And the distilled water is for these guys. So these are my, the boys' like favorite plant. They think these are the greatest thing. They are the Venus fly traps. Okay, so these are the little like sad looking ones from Walmart. I bought 3 because I just didn't know how well they would do. They said that I think that the best place is outside. So once we get past this like cold air time, because it's been really cold. It's been better this week, but last week it was like -15, which is unheard of here. But it is very, very cold. But so anyway, so we're going to try to do some of them outside and some of them inside. But anyway, I bought 3. They're $5 a piece. I just bought them for fun. Anyway, they do have to have a special kind of soil, and they do have to have distilled water or rainwater from what I've read and learned. So we're trying to give them the best chance possible. Up here, that little guy, I bought this container. It came with the humidity hood for $1 at the Dollar Tree, and it has some green onions in it. They are doing good. They're kind of long and stringy. I don't know if that means they're leggy. I don't know if I need to thin them out. I don't know what I'm doing. You might need to help a girl out. Okay, so, but they are there. They're not on a heat mat. They are just with the light from the window. And this is just an aluminum foil pan lid that I have to collect dirt, because it is the only one. I should have drilled holes in the bottom of that, but it does not have any drainage. Everything else has, sorry, the dog is like clicking his little, not little, he's a giant dog. He just got up. But anyway, everything else has drainage. That one did not. I don't know why I didn't think to put holes in it. I just did it. So anyway, I don't water it much. I water it with the with the spare thing here, and so just try to keep it moist but not too wet. So that's on that plate. Everything else, I tend to water everything else from below. That has seemed to work really, really well for me. All right, so now this is kind of the last stage of plants before they are repotted. This is, so these, this I just planted. This is kale. There's 2 different kinds of kale here. I just planted it a couple days ago. It has not germinated, but kale is more of a cold weather plant. So I just put it over here. It could honestly use a humidity dome on it, but it is pretty wet. But I don't think that I don't think that it needs the heat as much. It could use probably a humidity dome and some lights, but I think that the kale will be okay over there. That back there, very happy. I have not been very good at growing herbs too well, but that is my sweet basil, cilantro, and parsley, and they are all doing very, very well. In fact, I want to transplant that sweet basil into another plant pretty quickly. The parsley and basil, I'm going to wait just a little bit longer, but not too much. And then these are my petunias. You can see the water did kind of, I did write, these little signs came from the Dollar Tree, and I did use those markers that I showed you at the beginning of the video, and they did kind of run a little bit, but not too bad. I think that if I had maybe I watered them too soon after writing. But anyway, these are all petunias, and they're all doing very well. They need to be thinned out. The goal is to have like 2, maybe 3 petunias per cell so that they can grow and have plenty of room. I have started, as you can see, and I have not finished, but anyway, even these down here have more than I would like, but I wanted to give them a chance to get just a little bit bigger to see how the strongest plants, right? And my windowsill, I have a flower there. It just bloomed today. It just, I mean, it's had that, the pod thing, but just had the flowers today. Guys, I need like 10 more of these. They smell so freaking amazing. So amazing. I saw some at the Lawn and Garden show. They were $15. I think that they had 4 of them planted for $15. This one I bought at Aldi for $3 for 2, or maybe it was $2.50, but 2 something for 1. So yeah, so I didn't buy the 4 for 15, but I'm gonna go get some more of those because I really think I need them everywhere. They smell so good, so good. Over there is my other peace lily that I got for my mom's funeral. It's doing okay. I did try to give it some fertilizer, and I think honestly it was too hot because it's struggled since I gave it the fertilizer. So guys, is there a certain fertilizer I'm supposed to give? I just gave it some like flowering for flower. I know, I think it was actually made for roses, but I thought it would be fine for the plant, and it wasn't. It struggled. Since then, it has plenty of water. I don't know. It just isn't looking the best. So what do I need to do? I don't want it to die. Please help. Last thing I have down here are some of these pot planters from the Dollar Tree. Absolutely love these. These are what I'm going to put the herbs in. I don't know if I'll do all herbs, but anyway, this is just kind of how it's going to look once I put the herbs. I'm going to put these little pots in. They could be a little bit bigger, but or you could put this directly in them. But I think I'm going to use, these don't have any drainage. You could definitely punch those out. But I think that how I'm going to do it is put these little pots in, and then have each, like maybe have like basil, cilantro, or maybe I might have you basil, cilantro, like 3 different ones. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but that's in general how I am going to do it. I did see laying over here. I guess I didn't throw this away. This is the thing that I bought from Walmart that had all of those strawberry plants in it. So that is what I bought from Walmart. So yes, that is where we are with the garden this year. Again, oh, I forgot to show you the most important things, guys. Oh my gosh, I forgot to show you what I bought at the Lawn and Garden show and what my mother-in-law bought me. Hold on. This was a gift. I'm going to hold it up so that you can see it, from my mother-in-law. I have not put it together yet. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about it. I'm not sure where she bought it because she already had purchased it before we all went to the Lawn and Garden show. So, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I can't wait to get it set up. It has 4 shelves. Yes, this is going to be amazing, guys. I didn't end up buying a lot of things at the Lawn and Garden show, but I bought this. Okay, we do live in Zone 6. This is not going to grow outside, but Jacob's grandmother, she passed away a couple years ago, and the entire time, like, I always remember she had a lemon tree growing in her kitchen. It was little. It didn't get this. This one's going to be an indoor and outdoor, so you can it can grow inside. It only produced a couple lemons every year, nothing big, but it was so fun. And anyway, it was kind of expensive. Well, I thought, but it was just one of those sentimental things, and I'm really excited to plant it and you have it. So anyway, this is what I have planned for those big pots that came from the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna put this in one of those. This, guys, okay, I'm embarrassed to say this, that I thought pineapple grew on a tree. I did. I thought it grew kind of like coconut or bananas or something. Apparently it doesn't. It grows on a plant. News to me, right? We live in Missouri. I don't know. But anyway, I bought this little guy. I thought, again, it was a little bit more expensive. It was like $12. I don't know. I think it's so fun. That we're gonna try it. I don't know if it'll produced anything. I don't know how good of luck I'll have with things, but I'm going to try it. And yeah, anyway, I think it's super fun. The only other thing I bought, and not really garden related, it's hard to see because they're like, but these are hot dog roasting sticks, and these are handmade. There's a local crafter there, and he made a lot of like metalworking things, and they are, again, they're handmade, and I love them. They were $5 a piece. The kids love to roast hot dogs. We have quite a few hot dog sticks, but these were super big. So that is where I'm at as far as gardening goes. We're just trying a lot of things. My thinking is that if I tried all of these seeds and they didn't do really well, I still had time to buy plants and try them that way. Which is what I did last year, mostly is buy plants. I did try to start a few seeds last year, and it did not go so well. It is going better this year. I will say it is going much better this year. I've learned a lot, and so anyway, I still could learn I could still use, words are hard. I need to learn more is what I'm trying to say in some kind of weird fashion. And so if you have any suggestions or anything, let me know, because we're excited. I haven't started any of my tomato plants or anything yet on any of that, but I do want to do that. Yeah, so I'm excited to see where we're at. Again, it may all fail and nothing may work, but I don't have a lot of, like, the good thing with buying seed packets and stuff is you don't have a lot of money invested in it. So, you know, few dollars for the seed packets, and like the seed starter was like $5 a bag. I've only bought 2 bags for all of these plants. So if nothing else, it's definitely been entertaining, something to keep my mind busy since my son has gone to the military now. So thank you for all of your thoughts and prayers with him, for Connor in the Air Force. So anyway, we're excited. I don't know if you can see outside. It's a rainy, gloomy day here in Missouri, but that's okay. I do want to plant some lettuce outside within the next week or so, and we'll see how that goes. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for spending time with me, and thanks for all of your feedback and help as we try to navigate this. If you are somebody who is new to gardening or is an old pro, I would love to hear from you. I've just fell in love with it, and I'm excited to learn and share with all of you. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.